Hey y'all, it is Celine here and we are out in the garden and I'm going to show you how I dig up dandelion roots without tearing the roots up, without stressing and straining and digging big holes. And the reason I'm digging dandelion roots is not to get rid of them, but to use the dandelion root as an herbal medicine. Dandelion root is wonderful for urinary things, for kidneys, for water retention, you know, a lot of things like that. And so I usually tincture some up and have them on hand. I make a tincture of hawthorn, dandelion root, and hibiscus flower for just that purpose. So between water retention and help with kidney function, just anything kidney and urinary tract, that's what I do. So let's get to digging. I'll show you exactly how easy it is. First of all, I'll show you my handy dandy tool. This is a little weeder, a handheld weeder. They're about $6 or $7. And I'll leave a link below to where you can find one. And they just make everything so much easier. So let's get to digging dandelion roots. All right, so here we go. First of all, what I'm gonna do is just kind of pick up the dandelion so I can see where the base is. And I'm just gonna take this, I've got mulch here so it's stopping me, but I'm gonna take this just straight down to the side and boop, pop it right up. Look at that nice root. Now it did break off, but I got a big chunk of it. So let's do another one. Oh, there's Oreo. He thinks he's gonna help me. You gonna help me, Oreo? There we go. There's another one. That's got a nice root system on it. Beautiful. Let's do another one. Let's see, can you see me here? There we are. Oreo, you are just such a big help, buddy. Now this is a big one, so let's see how easy this one's going to be. Maybe not as easy. Oh, yeah, it did. Came right up. And there we go on that one. Okay, so I'm going to keep digging and get quite a few more, and then I'll take you in and show you how to clean them up and get them ready for use. Okay, so we are back inside, muddy hands and all, and I'm going to show you, first of all, once you pull them up and you've got that big plant, I'm washing my tool off. Always keep your tools clean and ready to use the next time. All right, so when you have that big plant, all you have to do is take a hold of the root and just kind of snap it off at the base of the plant. Sometimes you have to give it a good twist, sometimes just a snap will do. So then this is what you've got left. These gnarly looking, dirty, muddy roots. While we're talking about dandelions, let me tell you what else that they're good for. Now, I am in my 60s, and as a kid, I remember my grandparents and some of my aunts and uncles that were older. They did a couple of different things. They used the leaves for, you know, in salads. And they also cook them down like spinach, and they also use the flowers. The nice wide open yellow flowers. They would break those off at the base of the flower, get rid of the stem, soak them in salt water like you would a wild mushroom, and to make sure you get all the bugs out and everything. And then they would like roll them in cornmeal and flour, or however whatever kind of coating you like, and dipped in sometimes egg or cracker crumbs and whatever, and then they would deep fry them. You know, put them in a skillet with some oil and just fry them up and eat them like mushrooms. And honestly, I remember them being pretty good. I know that my granddad used to make dandelion wine. So dandelions have a lot of uses. They're not just this pesky weed. And they're very healthy for you. So if you're ever hungry and you need food, start digging the weeds up. Go for the dandelions. Okay, so let's go down here and see if what we can see. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, as you can see, I've got some over here that I've already cleaned up. I just went out for a second batch. And I'm going to lay some paper towel down. And I am just going to, where's my scissors? Right there. I'm going to snip some more of this off because I've got flowers there that or stems there that I don't want. And then I'm just going to give it a good rinse. Try to get all that mud off. Now these things can be deceptive because you think you got them clean and then you lay them on a white paper towel only to discover mud marks that come off onto the paper towel. So that's my way of knowing I have them clean, is once I think I have them clean, I throw them on a paper towel, and if I get any mud skid marks, then I know that they need to be washed again. So right now I'm just giving them a really good rinse. It's amazing all the uses for dandelion and how healthy. You know, God really had such an amazing plan with every plant that He put here on this earth. Most of them, if not all of them, have some kind of a purpose. Some are medicinal and healthy. Some are to feed us. Some are pest deterrents so that the other plants grow well. There are just, you know, God is just amazing in His great plan for this earth and for us. Okay, so I've got the initial rinse done. Clean the sink out a little bit. Then, once I get the sink rinsed pretty good, I'm going to put the plug in and I am going to wash them again really good. And I'm just going to kind of take them in my hands and just kind of rough them up a little bit. Try to get all that off. If you see anything that doesn't look right, get it out of there. It looks like I'm getting them pretty good right now. I haven't seen any mud marks on my paper towel. Oh, there's one. Okay, got him good. Got some of the stems on that. So basically what I'm going to, I told you what I was going to use this for, but it's just so simple. I'm going to take this and chop it up in small pieces. You can do this dry or fresh if you are not using oil. If you're not going to make an oil of some kind out of it, you can do it dry or fresh. If you're making it in some kind of an oil, it has to be dry, or the oil could mold from the liquid in the plant. But there we go. They're not very pretty, but they sure are good for you. So basically all you have to do is chop these into small pieces. The more surface area on each little piece you can get. In other words, you're only going to get so much out of a piece this big, but if you have a bunch of pieces this big, you're going to get a whole lot more of the medicinal properties out of this. So you chop this up in small pieces, you put it in a jar, and roots are much more potent than leaves are, so you don't need nearly as much. I would do maybe a quarter of the way up in a jar and then fill it up the rest of the way with vodka or whatever alcohol you use. It needs to be at least 80 proof, and leave it set for 4 to 8 weeks. I always usually go 8 weeks and sometimes longer. I'm really bad about not even draining my herbs out of it. 2 years later, the herbs are still sitting in the bottom. So, and that doesn't hurt a thing. Because it's alcohol, they're still perfectly preserved, so it's not like they're going bad or causing any damage. And I just feel like it makes it stronger, and plus I'm kind of lazy. So, why not do it the lazy way if it doesn't matter? Okay, so anyway, that's all there is to it. Herbalism is really a fairly simple thing. There are a lot of things you do need to know about it, but it's not hard to get started, and it's not hard to learn as you go. There's lots and lots of resources online. I have taken numerous extensive classes and training with some of the bigger name herbalists to make sure I know what I'm doing, because you never know. I mean, my family has been healthy for several years since I've been doing this, and my husband and I did not get the virus, and we did actually have something. We don't really know whether it was or wasn't, but we weren't very sick with it, and it didn't last but a few days, and it's because of my tinctures, whatever kind of virus it was that we had. So anyway, yeah, that is it on dandelion root. So easy. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Get those dandelions out of your yard and use them for medicinal purposes. Use them for food and nutrition. And yeah, that's the story of the dandelion. My nephew, when he was little, they were telling a story about somebody choking on a lemon drop, and I guess he'd heard it a dozen times. And after it was told, he just perked up and said, yeah, and that's the story of the lemon drop. And so that's the story of the dandelion root. So we'll talk to you soon. God bless you. You take care. And oh, I forgot to tell you, Oreo decided she was going to dig him up. He was going to dig him up himself, and he was mud from head to toe. So we're going to have fun with that here now. So I'll talk to you soon. God bless. Love you. Mwah. Oh, and please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow my channel. Talk to you soon. Bye.